Mike, CernovichLivestream.com. Guerrilla Mindset, the fake news mindset. Twitter's shadow banning me again. And I have a pet peeve. I have a peeve to pet. Peeve to pet. Mike, Twitter can ban whoever they like. Mike, it ain't censorship if a big corporation... Shut up. Shut up. These multi-billion-dollar corporations spend millions of dollars in PR, and you're white knighting for them for free. You know what that makes you? A cuck. Syra is not in the house. She is with the grandma. So I can tell you it makes you a fucking cuck. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't make corporate talking points for left-wing corporations that are trying to ban us and censor us. Just shut the fuck up. How is it so you don't have to talk about everything? You don't have to talk. This is what you'll learn in life. In life, you have a choice what you can talk about. You can talk about this, that, or the other. Shut the fuck up. Don't white knight for big corporations. Don't white knight for Google. Don't white knight for Twitter. Don't white knight for any of them. Just shut up. Talk about something else. It's pathetic. It's groveling. Bootlicking. Bootlickers. Just shut up. Talk about something else. When poor bakers... Do you want to come hang out? Come here. Julius wants to say hi. Come here. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What do you say? I hope you're not... Yeah, you just drink a bunch of water. Julius is saying, don't be a cuck. Don't... Look at that. He's a teddy bear. He's going in for a fur cut tomorrow. Oh, why are you burping? Oh, the food I gave you, huh? I gave him a little bit of... Don't tell anybody. I gave him a little bit of my goulash. So dogs technically shouldn't be eating onions or tomatoes, but he was just so pathetic when he was watching me eat it. And then he had his food, and he looked at his food real sad and looked at my food, so I put in a couple spoonfuls of goulash. Don't feed your dogs goulash. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, he's going to get a haircut tomorrow. He's too... Look at this. Oh, he's too fluffy. He can't even see. Watch. Here, hold on. Hold on. Julius cannot even... He can't even see. You have to move his hair back now. See those eyes? See those eyes? Fake news. Fake news is not new. Fake news is old. I'm going to read you a little passage. A little reading. Once upon a time, I used to read books. I get a detox from the internet. I'm going to go away from the internet. Too afraid, though, if I go away from the internet, people are going to think the globalists got you. Oh, hey, do you just want attention? Okay, you can hang out here. We can hang out, okay? You're a good friend, you know that, right? Come here, you're a good friend. So I'm afraid that if I don't talk to, or if I go offline, people think the globalists got to me. So that's why I stay online. Neil Postman, how to watch. Hey, we did 6 miles of running. I said, hey, okay, I love you too. I love you too. We did 6 miles of running today. All right, I got to do things. You like that dog food, right? That expensive dog food? What do you think pays for that dog food? What do you think? You want to eat regular dog food, or do you want to eat the dog food that I get you, right? So we're reading from How to Watch TV News by Neil Postman and Steve Powers. This book was written in 1992. 1992. You know what they're talking about? I'll read it to you. What about... A lot of you don't know this. Manufacturing crime wave. Right now, do you know what's being manufactured? The Jewish Community Center bombings. Not bombings, they're fake. They were made by Juan M. Thompson, who worked for The Intercept, which is a left-wing publication, by the way. Just FYI. Just FYI, a fake news journalist for a left-wing publication. Julius, I know, Julius is a good friend. So here you go. Is it possible for the Daily News to tell the truth? Many journalists believe it is possible. Some are skeptical. The early 20th century journalist Lincoln Steffens proved that he could create a crime wave, unquote, quote, crime wave, unquote, anytime he wanted, simply by writing about all the crimes that are normally occurring in a large city during the course of a month. I'll read it to you again. The early 20th century. So the 20th century means the 1900s, remember, because the centuries are numbered ahead. So they hundreds of years. All you got to do is you just cover stories that have always been happening. So what they're saying is, oh my God, Jewish community centers are facing bomb threats, and it's because of Trump. Well, the bad news is that they were happening at an equal number under Obama. There has not been an increase. So the bad news is there is people calling bomb threats into Jewish centers all the time, which isn't cool. I'm not saying like, hey, no big deal, right? That isn't cool. It's not cool. It's happening under Obama. But the point is, they were always happening. There hasn't been an increase in the numbers. But the past 8 years, the fake news media just decided they didn't want to talk about it because it was Obama and he's the Obama-Messiah. You don't want to say anything critical about, no, I'm drinking Chardonnay, 2015, Santa Barbara County. Do I ever listen to or watch Lyle? No, I don't know who that is. So the fake news media never reported on the Jewish community center bomb threats that were received during Obama, right? So now what they're doing is reporting on them, but they've always happened. And now they're trying to tie causality to Trump. They're saying, oh my God, there's all these threats being made, and again, a lot of them are fake. Juan M. Thompson, look it up, quote-unquote journalist from The Intercept, worked at Slate, good friends with Sean King. He actually made him. Black guy. Black guy Juan M. Thompson, friend of Sean King, worked at the left-wing publication The Intercept. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not cool to call them. Bomb threats are not cool. You guys are going to do to me what you did to Gavin. You're taking me out of context. Bomb threats are not cool. Do not take me out of context. Bomb threats are never cool. That said, when it's a black guy who's friends with Sean King and worked at The Intercept, who made fake news about Trump supporter, was the one calling him in, I'm allowed to find that interesting. We'll just put it that way. Ever thought of moving to Minds? Free and legit, platforms, guys. I'm not going to leave. They're going to have to kick me out. Look, here's the thing. This is something people just don't understand. I wrote a book called Gorilla Mindset. I'm not going to quit Twitter. They're going to have to ban me. And if they do ban me, I'm going to show up at their homes and talk to their neighbors about it with cameras and interview them. So I just don't go away. You just don't get rid of me. That's just reality. Oh, they can do whatever they want. They're picking on me. I'm going to leave. No. No. It's not going to fucking happen, guys. That is, I don't think like losers. That is the way a loser thinks. I'll just leave. No. I don't. Hey, Mike, Sam Harris flaked out of the Joe Rogan podcast. Sam Harris is having triggered. We triggered him today. We triggered Sam Harris into canceling the Joe Rogan podcast. How funny is that? So we triggered Trust Fund Sam Harris into canceling his appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast. That's hilarious. What do we triggered him. The Saudi Arabia stuff. Hey, Mike, your lighting is really bad. Is it? Let's see. I think I look kind of handsome. I think you're just kind of trolling me. My hair's looking fleek. Got my hair game on point. Yeah, I think you guys are lying about the lighting. I think it looks good. You can see my angular features. See the angularity. You can see my square chin right here. When I talk, you can see my full features. You're totally lying here. The lighting's great. Look at this hair. Wow. I don't even have product. I don't even put product in my hair because I don't use shampoo. Hey, come on back in here. Why are you sitting out there all insecure? You can hang out here all day. We're just chilling. We're just talking here. Climb on up. Aww. What do you think about the lighting, Julius? What's on your guys' mind? You guys want to call? Do you guys want to make some calls? Do you want to call in? Talk to me? I'm just hanging out. Shauna has Zyra with the grandma. So I'm just home alone, hanging out with Julius. So we're just goofing off. Nothing important going on. Drinking a little vino. If you're an alcoholic, I hope I'm not triggering you. I'm not glamorizing alcohol. I drink like a glass a night. What's wrong with shampoo? This whole video is on me talking about shampoo. You should have a dual Milo Cernovich podcast a week. I don't know. I think Milo's brand is too big for me, maybe. I don't know. I've never been on Milo's podcast. We were supposed to do a podcast together twice, and then both times scheduling issues came up. So, I don't know. Milo maybe needs to make me a priority. Cernovich, loyal friend, good guy, always been good to Milo. Maybe Milo needs to make me a priority, right? I made him a priority. Not to sound here, not to sound like a woman, but maybe people need to make me a bigger priority in their lives if they want me, to make them a priority in mine. Just saying. Just saying. Julius is a great dog. I've had dogs my entire life, and Julius has the best heart of any dog that I've ever had. This dog has a heart of pure love. He really is the best dog. He's well trained too. Why? Because I trained him. Read about the mumps. You all get the 12-hour notifications. Am I still thinking of running for office? Well, I don't want to, but I might have to. I don't want to, but I might have to. I want to get over the politics stuff. All right, so you guys do want to call in? Hold on, I'll get the call in set up. Uber conference. I need to get a soundboard. I need to get a proper studio. You love dogs that have allergies. Julius is an Aussie Doodle, which means we already got a caller. Is that right? Oh, we had one. Julius is an Aussie Doodle, which means he doesn't shed, so he's hypoallergenic. You need to get a real job, dude. Books are a real job. Hate to break it to you, I was a successful lawyer. I'm now a successful author, and I'm a successful political commentator, political activist, or I hate to break it to you. But everything that I focused in my life on, I've been a success at. Just the way it is. Never had an easy life either. Had a very tough life growing up. Power of mindset. Bakersfield, California, how you doing? Hold on, maybe you can't hear me. Hey, we got a caller from Bakersfield. Are you live? Huh.
Hello?
Yeah, that's you, buddy.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. How are you?
Good. Hey, I was thinking about your YouTube.
Okay.
I think I might have a good idea how to boost subscribers and all that.
Okay.
When you do these call-in shows, you often cover like a lot of really good topics, right?
Yep. We're listening, bro. You got all ears. All ears. I'm just...
Yeah, well, a lot of the other, like the bigger channels that do it, that are sort of in your niche, they sort of do like, they'll have like shorter videos, and they'll have like sort of like, like graphics and stuff going on, and like voiceover and all that, and just like a central theme with each kind of video.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can like, pay some kid who, does all of that. Like you've got that guy who did all those ads for you and stuff. You could do that really easily, like, and be putting out like a lot of content that would get, views from people from YouTube instead of just like Twitter and all that.
Yeah, so what you're saying is I agree with. I'll do these 90-minute long call-in shows rather than do what PJW or Stefan does, which is script a show, have a topic, and those guys are great. I'll just be honest with you. I like the banter. I like to talk. I like people calling. I like the shit talk. I even like it when people call me a cuck and say, One kid called me one time and said, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. Some like Mormon kid from Utah. I like the banter. So my YouTube, my YouTube, if I were going to critique my YouTube, I would say, all right, dude, instead of doing 2-hour videos and marathon call-in sessions that do 10,000, 20,000 views, do each question 5 minutes, get a graphic set up, get a better thumbnail, get a more provocative thumbnail image, really bang this out, and I could release like 5 videos a day, and then those videos would have virility. Because right now, if you call in and watch the videos, they're great, but they're hard to rewatch. So you're 100% right. I definitely should and could do it that way. The truth is, I like talking to you fuckers. You know, what can you do? Like, I would rather talk to all of you than, you know, bang out the scripted out things. But no, you're 100% right. I'm not running a YouTube efficiently at all. I'm violating the 80-20 rule for sure. But I can always change the YouTube game and go with the scripted stuff. But for now, I kind of run it almost like a call-in show.
Yeah, well, it sounds like I've told you. You basically already, you got it. Yeah, I thought you would, know what you're doing. I just thought, might as well.
Oh no, I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. I always welcome that. Yeah, what a lot of people don't realize about me is that I know more than maybe it seems like I know. So even when I'm doing something that seems wrong, which the way I'm running my YouTube channel is wrong, I'm spending 5 to 8 hours a week on it, doing long call-in shows, long, lengthy streams when I should be banging out 5-minute videos. But the way I figure is that I can always do that. Those are easy, right? So I'm more interested in the long call-in kind of stuff, but I can always change it that way. But I appreciate the call.
Cool. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Grand Prairie, Texas, you're live.
So, Mike, what do you think of the idea of having a push to have Trump legalize marijuana federally? Because what I see is a persuasion opportunity with the younger generations.
I mean, it should be legalized. Yeah, we've talked about this. Dana Rohrabacher.
About a push from the base, from people like you and me. And I think if we push hard enough, we might be able to make it happen, and we can win future generations and take them away from the SJW party long enough to ensure that their propaganda does not saturate the youth. That's what I'm hoping.
Dana Rohrabacher has tried to get a law in Congress, but it's just a bill right now. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. What says that if marijuana is legal in a state, then the feds have to leave it alone. It is H.R. 975, Respect State Marijuana Laws Act of 2017. So we endorse it, and we encourage Donald Trump to sign it, but Paul Ryan and Jason Chavez are more worried about whether Kellyanne Conway is talking about Ivanka Trump's clothing than they are winning. They're pathetic, dude. I hate these people with the passion.
Well, the thing about it is, even the Rohrabacher bill has nowhere near the persuasion potential of actual full legalization. And even
you'll never get full legalization.
Indicated he may be open to it.
Yeah, you'll never get full legalization. Though too many Rust Belt Christian evangelicals will push back for it. But you can make a federalist. You can make a federalist argument. Well, yeah, I know, but it won't work. That's the whole thing. It's kind of like me saying, I got 10. I want to have 10 Russian supermodels swimming in my swimming pool right now. Well, Sean is pretty nice. I'm doing all right. And in life, you got to do what you can do rather than everything on your way. And actually, 10 supermodels, and it's actually more trouble than they're worth. But that's a different subject.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's more. Yeah, it's actually more trouble. Yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth. But the point is that we'll never get full legalization, but we can make a federalism type argument, which is that this is an issue that should be left to the states. So if you support federalism and you support states' rights, then you should support this bill, and I think we get it passed.
What about medical marijuana? Do you think that's possible or not yet?
Big Pharma won't let it happen, dude. Corey, we can't even import medication from Canada. Big Pharma, bro. Not going to happen. Remember, Donald Trump is not God. If Donald Trump were the emperor, the God emperor, then we could say, Donald Trump, you need to do this or that. And he could. But the issue is that he can't do anything. You got to get through Congress, and Congress does not want to win.
Do you think an executive order, even if it gets shot down by the courts, can be a winning game from the standpoint of persuading youth that at least Donald Trump is on their side, and maybe anyone he endorses is on their side?
Optics, bro. Sure. I got the youth, man. You know how many young people read and watch my stuff? Paul Joseph Watson has a massive millennial. Like, we're taking over, dude. We got to get rid of the cucks out of the GOP. We got to get rid of the feckless, weak, pathetic.
Absolutely. Including Mike Pence. Just thought I'd say that.
Hey, you've never heard me endorse Mike Pence. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah.
Well, good talking to you, Mike.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
You too.
How you doing, Santa Cruz?
Hey, Mike. How's it going tonight?
Living the dream, man. How about you?
Hey, it's not too bad. Weather's been pretty good. Rain subsided a little bit.
Yeah, weather was so good where I live that I told the guys at Right Side, I said, I cannot do a show at 5 p.m. Pacific time. There's too much weather. The sun's too good, man. So I told them the weather's too good. We got to have a little bit later of a show. Yeah, today I hiked Julius. We did some hill sprints. We did some hiking, some trails. If you follow my Snapchat, Mike Cernovich is my Snapchat. You can watch all that kind of stuff. So it was a good day. Good day. What brings you here today?
Right on. Well, yeah, I actually caught your Right Side broadcast show. And one thing that perked my ears, and it's just been, something that I've been struggling with for the last few years. Well, first of all, I found you through Stefan Molyneux, but yeah, I guess what you said was, the government's never going to go away, and I was curious to know your thoughts on what we do living in the U.S. and in the current state of all the elitist governments, the deep state, and even if draining the swamp, getting all of them out of there was accomplished, the Ring of Power has a tendency to corrupt people and potentially start a new deep state in the future. And I'm just curious to your thoughts about, you said the government's never going to go away. I'd like to know a little bit more about what you mean by that, but also that versus, trying to go for more of a decentralized country in the sense that, people have been, starting a movement over in the different countries of the European Union to eventually get different Brexits of the different countries there to leave. And I'm just curious what your thoughts are, if the states were to eventually become entities of their own without any federal oversight.
All right, man. Here's my dream. The Cernovich Utopia. Bitcoin can make this possible. We go to a friendly government, maybe Hungary, maybe Costa Rica, maybe Panama, maybe Chile, and we say, look, all of us are going to take all of our money and we are going to come to your country. But here's what we need. We need X, Y, and Z. We need this, that, and the other thing. But otherwise, I'm not optimistic about the future. I'm positive every day because I believe that, well, I don't believe it, it's true. If you apply yourself, you work hard, you can beat a rigged system. But government keeps growing, man. It keeps growing all the time. And eventually, we're all going to have to leave. But the big government in America is not going to want to let us leave. That's the whole problem. They're not going to let us go without a fight. So how the hell do we get out of here is the question I think about every day. I tell Shauna every day, we're not, I tell her probably within 5 years we won't be living in America. Because she, bless her heart, she's a very sweet person. She doesn't understand the evil world that we live in and how truly evil the deep state is and how there are pedophiles everywhere in deep state. So I'm thinking more exit strategy, Bitcoin, things like that. Thanks for your call, sir.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
We're getting a lot of lag, huh? We're getting a lot of lag. So people say, Deep State is throttling my internet. They are throttling my internet as usual. All right, we don't have any callers on the line, which is unusual. Maybe there's something with the conference call. The call-in number is 1-866-438-1487. The number is 1-866-438-1487. Yeah, we're losing people left and right. So I don't know. Deep State cut us off again? You're right. Deep State cut off again. Unbelievable. We're used to it, though. So I'm going to have to end this one and start another one. All right. Are we back on? Refresh? All right. Hit refresh. Yeah, man. YouTube, they don't want me. They don't want me. All right. So I'm going to start it back up, and then you can call me. Hold on.
Joining conference now.
Las Vegas, Nevada. How you doing? Vegas. Are you calling from Las Vegas?
Hey, Ron, can you hear me?
We can. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I called in before. I just want to let you know, if the boys are having trouble with the lag, man, just tell them to hit F5 refresh. F5 refresh fixes it instantly. I don't know if you're being throttled, but it seems to work.
Okay, you hear that? If you're being hit F5. F5, that means refresh. Hit the refresh button. Yeah, the views are a little bit low tonight. Usually we're doing, 500, 600 views live. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere I look. Everywhere I look, dude, I'm being censored everywhere I look. It's just, I take it for granted. Eventually I'm going to get really angry, though.
On Right Side Broadcasting, for some reason, when it comes to you, I have you on notification for your channel, but on Right Side Broadcasting, I never get notified for their shit. It's the weirdest thing. And I've even hit the little bell. So
I feel you.
What's going on with that, man? Good luck.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing is I'm so used to... my Facebook page was taken down today. This is unbelievable. This is the kind of stuff we deal with. So my Facebook, a guy sent me a bunch of threatening messages. He's very, very disturbed person. I posted on my Facebook the disturbing messages. My Facebook page was suspended because I violated community guidelines. How did I violate community guidelines by posting the diatribe that was sent to me? I'm the victim. I'm the victim
I don't
here.
know, man.
I know, that's the thing.
We need to get some mass movement of Minds.com or something. I don't know what the hell.
Good
luck, man.
No, I have multiple accounts at Minds.com that people grab for me, and I eventually am going to have to make the move. But it's hard. I still do, as much as Twitter screws with me, I'm still doing 80 million, 90 million, 100 million impressions a month. It's hard to walk away. That's hard to walk away from.
Place already, man. You just got to ride it out until it officially dies.
Yeah, I know. That's the bummer, and it's hard though. But Twitter has also been throttling my. So if you go to my Social Blade, you'll notice I used to be doing 400, 500, 600, 800 new followers a day. Right? The past 3 days, I got 100 new followers, 123 new followers, and 129 new followers. That's crazy, right? And that has coincided with my Periscope views being cut in half. Now, here's how I know when Twitter's shadow banning me. So my Periscope, I know that I can, drink a jug of protein water and have 1,000 people watching us simultaneously. Because I know how. So what Twitter does is Twitter publishes your Periscope feeds automatically. So if I'm only getting 300 or 400 live viewers on Periscope, then I know that they've cut me off by 60, 70%, because I should have way more actual people reading me. So then I look at my Social Blade, and I'm not picking up followers the way I usually am and should. But I'm just so used to it by now. It's unbelievable.
I don't know, man. Hey, let me get your opinion on something else real quick.
Yep.
I don't know what the heck to do about this, man, but I was just trolling the H-1B website.
Uh-huh.
And if you do a quick Google search on it, you can literally see any employer, how many H-1Bs they've been applying for and how much gets approved. And I actually did it for my university here out in Texas at University of Houston. And, man, it's just full of H-1B after H-1B after H-1B. I was like, you think if they're pumping all these academics out that they'd be worth a damn to hire. So it just doesn't make sense to me. And I understand you want a little bit of diversity, but to me, you would want to get, like, Ivy League universities. That's your target goal, not Chinese professors. So is there any... I've shot a few messages about it to my congressman, no responses, obviously. What do you think about that whole situation? And should you just even go to college and give them money?
Yeah, I'm anti-college, even though I'm a college grad, a law school grad, was always a very successful student, got great grades and everything. But I advise people to not go, to just listen to, Stefan Molyneux. If you want to learn philosophy, read books, go to Stefan Molyneux, watch the great courses, etc. In terms of what we can do is, grad school, they tell you now, if you go to graduate school for philosophy, you won't get a job. But graduate students, PhDs, can't get jobs. Then how are we getting HB1s in? HB1s are supposed to apply when there's a labor shortage. There aren't enough people to fill the position. You got to get an HB1. I actually understand it. I'm okay with HB1s for certain, like software programming. I'm okay with HB1 for certain things. I'm not for IT because there's more than enough people in America who can do IT work. You don't need an HB1 visa for people to do IT work. Plenty of that. You don't need an HB1 visa for professors. You know how many unemployed graduate students there are, PhDs that can't find any jobs? We don't need HB1s for higher education. So if these graduate students weren't fully cut, they would say no more HB1s until every graduate of this university's physics department has a job placement in the college. Because if a university won't hire its own PhD students to teach courses, then what does that tell you, right? It tells you everything.
Yeah. Let me just give you a quick example, man. Before I went back to college, I was actually working offshore oil and gas. I automate offshore oil rigs for a living. I was the one that got laid off.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else has an H-1B that gets to keep their job because they don't have the flexibility that they do with laying me off.
Right.
That kind of fucked up. And just giving you that before I go. I'm going to head out, but thanks for taking my call, man.
Have a good night, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people, they just got laid off, and then a lot of them, I mean, this is astounding. Just think about this logically. There are many, many, many stories where people have to hire their own, or people have to train their own replacement. Okay? So, hold on a second. This is basic logic. Logic would say HB1s are only supposed to apply when there's a shortage in the labor market. Fair enough. Well, if you have to train your replacement who's replacing you and you're being fired, then obviously there was no shortage in the workplace because you had the job and they're filling it with somebody else. So there was literally no shortage. So anytime you use logic to try to apply it to anything going on today, you lose your mind, really. You would definitely lose your mind. That's why a lot of people are going crazy, because the world doesn't make any sense if you look at it logically. But you can't look at it logically. You have to look at the world emotionally and understand that American people are hated. How you doing, Austin, Texas?
Doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Doing great. Welcome.
Awesome. Hey, man, I'm new to you. Got your book, and about 30 pages in. Been having a couple other things going on, so I'm getting into it. But actually, David Seaman mentioned you, like a video last week. Anyways, I've heard you mention things about dating and whatnot. So, is your site, the Danger Play, is that specific to dating in women, or is that kind of all the above, or do you have specific references on dating?
I don't really talk about dating because it gets so negative. And it's unfortunate because I'm one of the most experts on relationships ever. Probably know more about relationships than anybody alive. The problem is that a lot of men who want dating advice, they really just want to complain about women. And this is the nature of a lot of people. A lot of people just want to complain about life. They don't want to actually take action and succeed. With Gorilla Mindset, though, if you apply Gorilla Mindset to your life, then your dating world is going to improve because you have better mindset, you don't have anxiety, you don't have social anxiety, you don't have social fears, you're not afraid to go get what you want out of life.
Gotcha. Okay, so, I mean, outside of your stuff, it sounds like you don't really have a platform to get that information out.
Exactly.
Any books you recommend? I mean, obviously not apply the Gorilla Mindset.
Dating books? I don't know really, actually. I don't know if there are any dating books that apply to modern people. The problem is the dating industry got overtaken by a lot of really dishonest people, and what they would do is pay women to make out with them, and then they would say, "Oh wow, look at this beautiful woman, I met her, and if you apply my dating tips or skills, then you can get beautiful women." But then it turns out that they were all models and everything. So no, there are message boards, so message forums. I would just check out the forums. Thanks for your call, sir. Have a good one.
No.
We got a caller from Cape Girardeau.
Hello, Mike.
How you doing? Great.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about the Twitter bans.
Okay.
They're really starting to step that stuff up. Like, used to be on Twitter, I would get upset with the kids, I'd take it out on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, and
they're locking people out. They're locking people out. If you're, 12 hours, if you say one bad word, you can't even say cuck on Twitter now. If you say cuck on Twitter, you're going to be locked out of your account for 12 hours.
Yeah, I started cleaning my stuff up, and I'm last week I got locked out. It was restricted to only people who were following me could see my stuff. And then this last time, it was 12 hours. I can't even look at anything.
Right.
Smith came out with that new music video where he's shooting Donald Trump, so I called him a punk ass bitch.
Right.
I should have taken your advice. Don't say anything to people of color on Twitter.
That's the thing is I tell you guys how to do it, but if you argue with people of color or women or transgenders or anything, they'll ban you like that, lock you out like that. So you can't do it, man. It's just a different world now. But you can call everybody a Nazi. You can call,
How do you...
You can advocate violence against people and you'll be fine. As long as they're white.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
So what do we do? Because I don't want to just roll over and just give up on it. And, I'm not going to say anything to anybody. I'm not going to push, our agenda. But at the same time, it's not going to do any good if I'm just getting smacked down if I get banned.
Here's what I tell people. Don't talk to people. Just tweet your message. Tweet your message. Don't argue with people. This is what I tell guys over and over again. If you see some moron on the internet, don't argue with the person. Don't tag them. Don't @tweet them. Just respond to their point, but without tagging them. You cannot argue on Twitter anymore. That's just the way it is. Do not argue on Twitter. Do not call people cucks. Do not, if they're a minority, a woman, just don't. You can't do it. Or if you get banned, then just know that you're going to get banned. It's like a lot of things in life. There's a lot of things that I used to say on Twitter that a lot of people are like, Mike, your Twitter's changed. No kidding. Because I follow my own advice. I know that if I say the wrong word or I argue with the wrong person, I'm going to get banned. So I'm going to make them get rid of me. I'm not going to that's my outlook on life. I'm going to make it hard on you to get rid of me. Ultimately, they're going to ban me eventually. But I'm going to make it so that they have to completely and arbitrarily do it. And then when they do it, it makes them look bad. That's the whole point, optics. They're going to ban me, but when they do, it's going to make them look bad. and that they're going to get actual bad PR. They'll get a pushback. That is the goal. But yeah, don't argue with people.
All right. Thanks, Mike. I'll try not to act basic anymore.
All right. Have a good day, my friend.
All right. You too. Bye.
Yep. I mean, I've been warning you guys. You're going to get banned. Don't argue with people. Double standards. But if you want to advocate genocide of the white people, if you want to start a hashtag kill all white men, by all means do so. If you want to say, you should see some of the stuff people say to me. Oh, but funnily enough, actually, is that people were getting locked out of their accounts and they thought I was reporting them. And I didn't even know. I get so many tweets a day that I don't even read them. I couldn't physically read them, one. Two is I don't have time to report people on Twitter. Do you know how many tweets I get a day? 4,000. 4,000 times a day people hit @Cernovich. 4,000 times a day. 2,000 on a slow day. So people go, Cernovich is getting soft, he's reporting us. They were calling me a retard. No, if you tweet at me, Cernovich, you're retarded. Retarded is a word that triggers the algorithm in Twitter to get you locked out of the account. So people were saying, Cernovich, you're a retard, and then they were getting locked out of their accounts, and they tried to ban me, and then these idiots figured out that, no, actually, it's just a thing that gets triggered. It's so hilarious. All right. I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Cernovich, Danger in Play. Never responded to me, but Scott Adams has. You sound like a butthurt little baby, so I'm gonna delete you. You are butthurt because I never responded to you. So you're gone. You're banned because you're butthurt. We don't have time for butthurt little crybabies. Oh, Cernovich didn't respond to me. I respond to people. I take more calls than anybody. What are you talking about? I take calls every night, but I didn't see your comment, or maybe it was a dumb question. So I don't have time for butthurt little crybabies because I thought I blocked you. I removed your comment, but I didn't block you. Now you're blocked for being a butthurt little crybaby. Go cry to Oprah or Dr. Phil. I don't have time for any of that shit. But I gotta go. Hit the like button before I go. Hit the like button before I go. I'm all out of Hellman's damn Cern. I don't ask dumb questions. I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. LOL, already gone. Okay, GN. I think that means good night. People can't respond to 4,000 tweets per day. It's reality. Yeah, it's reality. If I responded to every tweet I got, I would have to tweet 4,000 times a day. How many tweets would that be an hour? Here's an idea. If I were on Twitter for 16 hours a day, which I'm not, at one point I probably was. Let's do a little math. So if I were on Twitter for 16 hours a day, that would mean I would have to read and respond to 250 tweets an hour. 250 tweets an hour. That would mean I would have to read and respond to 4 tweets a minute. I would have to read and respond to 4 tweets every minute. No bathroom break, no lunch, no dinner, no anything. And you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do it. That's the whole point. So don't be crying because I don't respond to you. I'm not blowing you off. I'm not blowing you off. It's just not possible. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Cernovich, DangerandPlay.com. Go, Real Mindsets. Beautiful night. Hit the like button before you leave. Take me to 2.